Hey YouTube, it's Theata here with another Noob Tube episode. Today we'll be watching Theata and old Greg versus Daebiya and PorkchopExpr. Couldn't obviously finish that. Let's chuck this into 4 speed and let's go. Just for the mining. There goes the good luck, have fun, and a return for once. That's always nice to see. I will say now that this was a pretty abysmal start for me. I get my scout like I'd like to have out. First gate goes down and then it falls to pieces for me. I have no idea why, and don't hound me about it because, well, things happen. To be honest, I could probably actually do a lot better, but I chose not to. Slow it down here and let's have a look at what they've got. 2 gateways going up there. First a simulator and another pylon for Porkchop. My gateway is done and my cybernetics is almost done. Second pylon is going down. I've already got my gas and I have 1 geyser still to claim. That will be coming very shortly, I believe. Maybe, maybe not, I don't remember. Chrono boosting the warp gate research, which is what I was saying in the last game. I always chrono boost that very, very heavily. Watching from my perspective now so we don't catch what the enemy is doing. This is all we know of the enemy. Pretty basic. What you really should know, to be quite honest, is about that. Especially if there's a Zerg, you probably won't know much more than when he put his spawning pool down. And if you can see this, that effect right around it when the chrono boost is there, just where my pointer is, that is caused by the new forceware drivers. I mentioned this in my last video, but that is a horrible little side effect that I will hope they fix. Either that or I have a burning out graphics card, and there goes the second assimilator. I will be finishing up the warp gate research before I even get my next couple of gates sorted, there and there. Putting out a pylon because I've noticed that mistake and I've gone, wow dude, where has my mind been? Where has it been? Continuing on from here, let's go a little bit faster because obviously nothing's happening. Getting that first sentry out is pretty critical, and that was really badly done. I apologise for how crap that is, but you'll see why I chose to upload this a little later. Out goes the gateway into a warp gate, and out goes another pylon, another one up there. Second sentry out, I decided to go for an extra sentry because we're playing Zerg, so you can force field off the Zerglings when they come in. Gateways going up to warp gates. A little bit out of time, but who really cares? Third sentry and then 3 stalkers, sorry, and that will make it a 3-3 army, 50-50 mix stalker sentry. That's an original. Off we go for an early-ish attack, not too bad. Completely missed the lings that were there, you may have seen it a little bit. They were trying to do a warp into our base in our dark zone, very cheeky. But it didn't work, we found it, thanks to the way I went, which was a little bit obscure. And look at this, here comes some Zerglings out of the dark here, and up they go up there to get away from us. A lot more of the army starts spreading down, and I have a pylon go for proxy there. That's actually a really nice space to put the proxy because it's on the high ground. You can warp to the high or you can warp to the low, and it's close to the ramp. So your units don't have to walk a mile to get down the ramp to go out there, and it actually has some pretty good strategic value as well. I chose to start engaging here, maybe not the smartest idea in the world, but I don't think I continue with this idea because that was obviously a little bit dumb, I realised. Saw an expansion and thought, well, why am I going to let them have an expansion when I can just kill it now? So I go there to kill it, and I managed to actually just get that off and run before too many of those broodlings catch up to us. Only 1 red loss to that. If I'd micro that, I could have probably taken that out. Not a bad little force. Probably something to be reckoned with. Watching from the locked player camera, we found these little lings that were actually coming back down to us. We thought where they came from was up here. We thought they had a base up here, and we were like, oh crap, go check. There was no base. They had just sent those lings that were sitting right here, up here, down here, and back down here. So I chose to put the stalkers up nice and close to this high ground platform so that the Zerglings don't get this side to actually engage on. It cuts down the surface area that they can attack with, and subsequently I only lose 2 of the 4 stalkers, 3 of the 4 stalkers, sorry, rather than all 4 of them if they're engaged with a full circle of the lings. I also have these marines here for backup, and a marauder that's just about to rock up and start shooting too. This army retreats slightly just back to the pylon so I can get some more reinforcements. There goes that last one, and the stalker is going down, but we managed to... No, I lose all 4 actually. I thought I saved 1. Apparently I didn't. Sometimes doing that can save it, especially if you've got a larger group. But in all honesty, it was probably better than having those Zerglings flank us while we're in the middle of an army, a large army attack. I'm not sure who put that spell sword down. I don't think I did. I might have been retarded and did that one, but that would probably actually have been my special one. And there goes my force fielding to stop them from chasing us, purely because I thought I needed a couple more stalkers and a couple more sentries to help bolster those numbers. I'm running really low on gas, so I should really be putting out some zealots to basically just bolster numbers and absorb some damage, but putting out stalkers at some point can be a little bad. So I'm just following my camera now and taking out these pylons before doing anything else, just so they can't get zealots like right on top of us. Here comes another critical point where I split the army nicely, just pushing some of them back and allowing for us to do a bit of a tactical retreat again for more sentries to come out and more stalkers. I think I even chuck out a couple of zealots just to tank out some damage and use up some of those minerals. In we go again, and I'm looking just down here again, just so I can see what's going on. I see a large army, lure some of it in, and I should be force shielding. There you go. They can't retreat, their allies have to come a long way to get in. I seem to be using force shields a lot better now, and I do really like to use them. They're quite fun, especially from what I find they're quite fun. We just waited down here because I didn't know exactly what was up on the high ground. Actually, we knew that there was a cannon going up from a scan, I believe. So warp in a couple more sentries and another stalker. Take old Greg's unit up there and chuck it into the control group. Here's the group I have set up, and there are 35 units in the group, which isn't too bad. Scan goes down to show us what we've got. I thought I'd just try and snipe that pylon and cannon. Didn't go too well. Old Greg said he was going to send down some tanks, so I just force shielded them in and waited out here basically. Used the medivac actually to snipe that cannon because I just don't like cannon in the front door. I don't know why. I think I just needed a vendetta or something to do against it. And there are the tanks. Me warping in some extra units. That's what I mean by getting reinforcements. It's pretty critical, especially since that proxy pylon's there. It's just so close and so easy to get reinforcements. And just following player camera again. And there's the siege tanks basically helping and force shield to stop them from being able to snipe that tank, just so we don't lose the tank. Force fielding in to leave some out and some in. Here comes some zealots, and not a big enough army really to do any damage. I let old Greg micro the tank, so I'm left to be able to drop force fields, retreat, and do other little tactical functions. And this will be the GG, so I'm just going to near enough at least. And there is warping in some sentries and some more stalkers. Army sitting around looking a bit useless because it's like, meh, can't be bothered doing anything. There's the GG and leave. And another GG. I even managed to GG back in time before the other guy leaves. Overall, that was a pretty good game. I would have preferred to have a few more gates up and running a little earlier before the cybernetics core finished its research. It's really bad on my part. Income-wise, my harvesters were pretty pretty average. Same on either of them. For some reason, I have a higher income count. No idea why. But it was pretty average for the entire game. Having 25 isn't too bad, it just means you are approximately 5 less on your mineral count. But as you can see, that still looks pretty darn saturated. The only other thing I'd like to have improved on was putting down my forge in here and getting some upgrades. I would have probably actually done that if I'd waited for the siege tanks, waited for a few more siege tanks, and basically sieged them out here a little bit longer. And apart from that, it was a pretty good game, especially from old Greg. He managed to supply me with pretty good quantity of marauders to keep off their heavily armoured units, which would be the stalkers and the roaches, which they also had concussive grenades, which are very, very nice for slowing things down like zealots, so you can stutter step micro and kill off the zealots with no trouble. So thank you very much for watching my video, and stay tuned if you want to see more. Leave me comments if you want to help improve my show, or don't leave any comments if it's going to be negative. See you later.